The face thief. Imagine discovering a remote island where dozens of animals seem to be living the same strange story. At first, everything appears normal. The forests are quiet, the air is clean, and the wildlife seems untouched by the modern world. Then a pattern emerges. One animal develops a mysterious condition. Soon another develops it, then another. Before long, it appears as though the island itself is repeating the same event again and again. It feels like the opening chapter of a detective novel, yet this mystery is entirely real. At the center of it stands a creature with a name dramatic enough to sound fictional. The Tasmanian Devil. Curiously, despite its frightening reputation, it is roughly the size of a small dog. Nature essentially created a creature with the personality of an angry tank and the dimensions of an oversized lunchbox. Yet behind this amusing contradiction lies one of the most astonishing mysteries ever recorded in the animal kingdom. A mystery so unusual that when scientists first encountered it, many struggled to believe what they were seeing. The Tasmanian Devil exists primarily on the island of Tasmania, isolated from much of the world for thousands of years. Isolation often creates unusual animals, but the devil took that concept to remarkable extremes. It possesses one of the strongest bite forces relative to body size among mammals. Its jaws are powerful enough to process material that many animals would ignore. Yet strength is not what makes this creature extraordinary. What truly fascinated researchers was its genetic history. Because Tasmania is an island, generations of devils lived within a relatively limited population. Over immense spans of time, their genetic diversity gradually narrowed. Imagine a library containing thousands of books slowly shrinking until many volumes begin to resemble one another. The result was a population more genetically similar than scientists initially realized. At first, this seemed like an obscure biological detail. Later, it would become the key to solving a mystery unlike any other. Sometimes nature hides its greatest plot twists in the footnotes. In the 1990s, researchers began noticing something deeply unusual. Tasmanian devils across different regions were exhibiting remarkably similar symptoms. The pattern was so consistent that coincidence became increasingly difficult to accept. Scientists launched investigations, collecting samples, comparing records, and searching for environmental explanations. Was it pollution? Was it diet? Was it climate? Each possibility seemed plausible, yet none fully explained the phenomenon. The mystery grew larger with every answer that failed. Imagine spending years assembling a puzzle only to discover that every completed section reveals an even bigger puzzle underneath. The scientific community found itself trapped inside exactly that situation. The more they learned, the stranger the story became. Somewhere within Tasmania, an invisible process was unfolding, and the island was keeping its secret remarkably well. If the island could speak, it probably would have smiled and said, "Keep guessing." Eventually, the truth emerged, and it sounded almost impossible. The condition spreading through the devil population was not behaving like ordinary disease. Instead, researchers discovered something astonishing. The cells themselves were moving between individuals and continuing to exist. In simple terms, the biological problem was acting almost like a traveler carrying its own identity from animal to animal. This was an extraordinarily rare phenomenon in nature. The discovery shocked scientists worldwide because it challenged assumptions that had remained largely unquestioned for decades. Even more remarkable was the reason it could happen. The devils were genetically similar enough that their immune systems often struggled to recognize the incoming cells as foreign. Imagine attending a costume party where every guest arrives wearing nearly the same outfit. Identifying the stranger becomes surprisingly difficult. Nature had accidentally created conditions for one of the most unusual biological mysteries ever documented. Many observers assumed the story would end there. After all, history is full of examples where isolated species encounter challenges they cannot overcome. Yet the Tasmanian devil had another surprise waiting. Researchers began discovering individuals displaying signs of resistance. Across generations, subtle genetic advantages appeared to be emerging within the population. Evolution itself seemed to be responding in real time. This was not merely a story about vulnerability. It was a story about adaptation. The island that had produced the mystery was now revealing a possible solution. Scientists observed evidence suggesting that natural selection was actively favoring traits that improved survival. For researchers, it was like watching a centuries-long process compressed into a much shorter timeframe. For the devils, it was simply another chapter in an ongoing struggle. Nature, it seems, occasionally writes sequels nobody expects. Today, the Tasmanian devil remains one of the most fascinating animals on Earth. Not because of its scream, not because of its powerful jaws, not even because of its dramatic name. Its true significance lies in the mystery it revealed. A mystery involving genetics, evolution, survival, and one of the strangest biological events ever recorded. What makes this story unforgettable is that it reminds us how little we truly know about the living world. On a remote island, hidden among forests and mountains, a small marsupial forced scientists to reconsider fundamental assumptions about disease and adaptation. The creature once dismissed as a noisy scavenger became the star of a scientific detective story unlike any other. And perhaps that is the greatest mystery of all. The most extraordinary discoveries are often waiting in places we believe we already understand. Somewhere tonight, deep within Tasmania, a devil moves silently through the darkness. It does not know it became famous. It does not know it challenged textbooks. It does not know it inspired scientists around the world. It is simply being a Tasmanian devil, which, as history has demonstrated, is already mysterious enough. As researchers continue to monitor the population, the narrative has shifted from one of pure crisis to one of cautious optimism. The resilience shown by these animals has provided invaluable insights into the plasticity of evolution. It turns out that the face thief, as the condition was once grimly dubbed, has acted as an unexpected catalyst for scientific discovery. Scientists are not just documenting a struggle, they are witnessing a masterclass in biological adaptation. Every individual that displays resilience is contributing to a broader understanding of how immunity works at a fundamental level. What began as a terrifying mystery has transformed into a profound lesson in how life persists when faced with the seemingly impossible. Nature does not just endure its experiments, it adapts, and it finds a way to move forward, even when the odds are stacked against it. Looking back at the journey of the Tasmanian devil, we are reminded that some of the most profound truths are found in the most unlikely stories. This small, often misunderstood creature has become an icon of survival, teaching us that there is no such thing as an insignificant species in the grand design of our planet. As the sun rises over the rugged Tasmanian wilderness, we see the devil not as a monster of legend, but as a survivor of a unique biological gauntlet. The scientific detective story may have begun with questions of mortality, but it ends with a celebration of life's tenacity. And perhaps, the next time we look at the natural world, we will see it with new eyes. Recognizing that behind every quiet forest and every ordinary creature, there is a complex, mysterious, and miraculous story waiting to be told. The mystery of the devil is no longer just a warning, it is a testament to the enduring power of nature itself. If you enjoyed uncovering these amazing animal secrets, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to stay updated on all our future videos. Don't forget to click the bell icon, so you'll never miss out on more fascinating stories from the animal kingdom. Thank you for watching, and we can't wait to explore more hidden secrets with you in the next video.